You know, I woke up this morning. I've had an epiphany. Let me put it that way to you. And it's a bit of it's kind of terrifying a little bit, you know? It's rather scary, I must say. And I guess it adds more to the fact that I am an epic dumbass that I'm just now having this epiphany. What that is I must be the only person who wants to, I don't want to say I'm the only person that wants to live, but I must be the only person who takes anything serious. I must be the only person who is reading the Bible and who either that, if that's not the case, if that's not the case, and I know someone right now, a lot of yous are probably thinking I'm being an arrogant jerk or something. No, just you think what you want. Either I'm in the Matrix and it's like the Truman Show and it's just me here on Earth, or I'm the only one that isn't in some kind of a trance. And I understand that money and life is it prevents people from going hard in the paint looking for that finish line. I understand that because I understand that that's what it is. What prevents people? They got children, they got jobs, they got things to do. Well, I do too. I still got to take care of business, But why is it that I'm the only one who is digging like this for this truth? How come it is that I'm the only one that's pulling all this stuff up and everyone else is talking about stuff that really doesn't mean anything? And prove me wrong on that. Prove me wrong. You ain't gonna be able to, because all this, like, I could show anyone who watches this, okay? I could think of anyone I could think of that reads the Bible, that says they're serious, that talks about the end times. They talk about going to heaven. They go to a church or the assembly every week. They go to the feast, make sure they go to the feast days. They do all these things. But I could show some truth to them, like just for an example, like what I found in about the Passover in Mark 14 the other day. I could lay that out to them, like, look, they ate the whole lamb while they were in Egypt before they left, right before they were to hit the road, and they had to hit the road. And it's like you're telling that to a deer who's gazing in the headlights. They don't care about that. They don't want to hear nothing about it, and they don't think nothing. They just don't. I guess they don't. I don't know. I woke up this morning and I was like, why is it that people ain't grabbed a hold of just one thing that I've been showing? And y'all know Can you prove me wrong that I ain't brought the facts? Hey, can you tell me that I haven't brought evidence-rich case here for anyone to look at? I really don't. I don't understand it. And like I said, it's either that everyone else is in a trance and I'm the only one, because how come no one else has seen this 42 stuff? What I'm going to show you real quick, I ain't got much time. What I'm going to show you, I'm going to show you a couple things. And, you know, if I get the same response, and don't take this as that I don't love you guys, because if you think that, you guys, that's going to really prove to me that I'm either in a matrix or that everyone else is just in a trance and I'm the only one that's not in a trance. Because you know I love you. But what's going on here? I mean, seriously, what's the deal? Why? After I show you what I show you, and if it's the same, if nobody comes on and says, and I'm not saying don't come on here and say, wow, don't like the video. I don't care about none of that. I'm saying after I show you what I show you, if nobody eventually, like within a few days at least, if nobody comes back on here and starts talking about this same thing, if I don't see people in the comment section or messaging me and no one starts to engage in this conversation, my little epiphany this morning is going to be true. And all I'll have to worry about now is it's either it's one of two things. It's either I'm in the matrix, or it's either that everyone else is in this like trance and they're hypnotized and no one else they just don't get the truth, because everyone's talking about the end, everyone's talking about what's going on, but I could show this stuff to them and it don't faze them. They just keep talking about the same stuff, and it don't matter how many times you prove it to them. Look at this 42 here in the supernatural right here. Now watch this here in this episode of Doctor Who called 42, in which the doctor has exactly 42 minutes to rescue his crew, which is aboard a spaceship hurtling towards the sun. Now, what significance do you see in that right there? Hurtling towards the sun. That means what I've been saying, that the truth of all these things is going to come out. Okay? Now watch this. Right here. In Alice in Wonderland, and Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, Rule 42 is all persons more than a mile high to leave the court. And see this, if you don't know what that is, if you don't know what that means, that's just proof. That'll be more proof. I'm not going to tell you what it means. If somebody can't come on here and tell me why it is that is significant, then I'm going to know that it's, I can rule all these other things out, and I can narrow it down to it's either I'm in the matrix or everyone's in a trance. This here is Through the Looking Glass. It's a chapter or volume of Alice in the Wonderland. It says, Alice again enters a fantastical world. Yeah, maybe that's where I'm at. This time by climbing through a mirror into the world that she can see beyond it. There she finds that, just like a reflection, everything is reversed, including logic. For example, running helps one remain stationary. There you go. Now, let's look down here and see it. That Jabberwocky right there, you should be, I mean, after everything I've been talking about, like that should, this the name right there should be like, oh, I kind of know who that character must be representing. Oh, what about Tweedledee and Tweedledum? Huh? Let's see. Right here. Alice is playing with a white kitten, whom she calls Snowdrop, and a black kitten, whom she calls Kitty, when she ponders what the world is like on the other side of a mirror's reflection. Climbing up onto the fireplace mantel, she pokes at the wall-hung mirror behind the fireplace and discovers to her surprise that she is able to step through it to an alternative world. I found so much proof that the writers of all these movies and all this stuff, these stories, they know exactly what's going on. Now, who it is that writes it, I mean, I got my suspicion of who is responsible for writing all these things. But, if I'm in the Matrix, then, that's a no-brainer, even for me. But, for the longest time, I've wondered, I've often thought about what the Messiah meant when he told the parable of the 10 virgins. I often pondered and wondered what it meant when he says that the 5 foolish virgins, right here, said to the wise, "Give us your oil because our lamps are going out." I often wondered, what does that mean? Like, does that mean that that people who don't have love, who don't know, like, I just didn't know, but now I understand that if we were all chasing one goal, if we were all trying to get to the finish line, if we all seen what reality is, and we were all trying to get to the finish line, trying to get to everlasting life, and a group of people had the answer and then and another group of people didn't, that towards the end, like when the voice at midnight, right here, and at verse 6, and at midnight a cry was heard, "See, the bridegroom is coming, go out to meet him." When that happened, that the people who haven't, see, I never really did understand what it meant, but I always kind of thought like maybe the people who didn't care nothing about the Most High, like these people that have just been out here living secular lives, maybe they come running to the ones who have been reading the Bible and stuff and ask them, like, well, what do we do? I thought maybe that might be it. I didn't know. But, the last video, when I was reading from Revelations and talking about the code words, and I really hoped that somebody was gonna come and work it out, try to talk about it with me, but no one has. And I almost would prefer it to be either just me or me in the Matrix. I would rather prefer, I would prefer it to be either I'm in the Matrix or it's just me and everyone else is in a trance, than for this possible scenario to play out. I almost would rather it to be what my epiphany kind of told me this morning, because it will suck if all the people I love, y'all, if y'all wait and want to come reason with me over these things when it'll be when it's too late. I don't, that would suck. But like I said the other day, I mean, I've learned that when I get to that finish line, if I can get there, I'm walking forward and I'm not looking back. If no one can come talk to me about what I've been showing and work it out with me, then I don't want to hear anyone come with any kind of fantasy to talk about fantasy with me. I don't want anybody to come talk about twinklings up into space. I don't want to hear nothing about that. I don't want to hear anyone come say the lamb, when they ate all the lamb at Passover, at the first Exodus, that wasn't talking about the word. I don't want to hear none of that crap. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear anyone tell me that or ridicule me about what I do if they can't come and talk to me about this stuff. If you hear this, then you shouldn't be able to come and tell me anything if we can't talk about what I'm talking about. Does that make sense to you? Is that me being a jerk? Because I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm just saying, like, how is anyone going to miss the elephant in the room that when they ate the lamb, when they ate all of it, right before it was time to get on the highway, how is no one realizing that they need to have their head buried into the word and understand that their shoes need to be suited and booted and ready to rock and roll come morning time? How is that? How has no one come and said, yeah, I've been reading and looking in there, or at least said that they've been looking at what I have been talking about? What's the deal? And because, man, how long have I been bringing this evidence-rich content? It hasn't been pretty, but that's just part of it. See, if any of the people who have watched my content, they should understand, but I don't know if y'all do, but it's like that pearl. When the evidence I've brought, the things I've talked about, to get it from my videos, it's like going swimming to the bottom of the ocean and finding a clam and bringing it back to shore, popping it open and digging the pearl out. Because yes, my videos, they might be hard to listen to and watch. It's going to sound outlandish to those who are zoned out and they believe in fairy tales. But see, this is what really it makes it hard for me, is the people that run from this and they won't even come reason about it, reason with me about it. These are people who they talk about this stuff. They talk about the Bible all the time. They want to pray for people, or And so I'm starting to think that all those people that go to church and all these people that read the Bible, they're doing it for some reason that's not getting to the finish line and living everlasting life. I mean, that's the goal, right? That's what we're that's the motivation. That's what we're trying to achieve, isn't it? Not by ourselves. I mean, we should be trying to achieve to get us and our brethren across that line. I share stuff about the 42 all the time. If the fact that I'm seeing it, and everything I've seen about it, everything I've seen in the Word, all this stuff that's coming to me now in the Word, it's letting me know that something is about, I mean, something has changed for me. Like I realize that what it is that we had to do. And you should know if you've been listening. But is it just going to be me? I don't know. I surely hope not. I really do. I hope somebody comes and says, ask me something about it. I hope that someone comes and asks me something about it. Because, I mean, I was hoping that somebody was going to say, well, what highway did you take to get out there? You know, what's it like? That's what I've been hoping this whole time, since I've seen it, since I started to see that that's what we had to do. And every day it gets clearer and clearer. And I've tried to share it right here. I've tried to relay the memo. And so, I mean, you tell me what you would think. What would you think? Is it hard to believe that I woke up this morning thinking that I might be in the Matrix, or everyone who says they want to get to the finish line is just in this hypnotic state, and they can't, there's just something in their brain that just won't let them go towards the finish line. They only want to see some kind of fantasy. They want to believe that they can either get whisked up into pixie dust, or they can just stay where they are, and they don't consider what Abraham had to do. They don't consider what none of these people in the Bible had to do. They figure, and I like I said, money is the cause. If it wasn't for money, if a man listens to this, if you have a family, if you can't get on the highway and go after you've seen what I've put on here, there's only one reason. You know, a woman, I understand that, because if she's married, I totally understand that, because she has a husband that's supposed to be her, he's supposed to lead the way. And, you know, I don't know if I could make the decision. If I was a wife, I don't think I could make the decision to just leave, you know, if my husband ain't hearing none of this. You know, I understand that. But a man, if you're a man, why haven't you at least asked me what I'm talking about, and come and tried to reason about this? That's the mirror you need to look into today. You need to look into the mirror and say, why haven't I looked at this? And is he telling the truth? Let me go look. And then once you see the truth, ask yourself, say, well, why haven't I left? Do I think that I'm getting caught up in the twinkling of an eye up into the sky? Is that what I think? And then go look, go get your nose in the Word, and you'll see that that's not the case. The blueprint has been given to us. The map is right here. I'm looking at it right now. And when it comes time, and the bride, when it comes time to go meet the bridegroom, he's going to come and leave, and sadly, no one was waiting for him. I mean, in reality, they thought that they were the bridegroom, I guess. I think that's how you would best summarize it. But I could be wrong. Sure would help to have someone to reason with, though, to figure that out. I'm out.
Yeah. Burn them up, miss. Brother. It's your favorite eye. Yeah. That coach. Them ducks ain't living them scripts, baby. Them boys ain't got no will, baby. Cross my arms, gon' script crazy. Anything for your hoe out the real, baby. Them boys ain't living them scripts, baby. Them boys ain't got no will, baby. Cross my arms, gon' script crazy. Anything for you up the real, baby. Yeah. Fake fam mode, never get my vote. Getting can't get nothing but my coat. Fool can't get nothing but this smoke. These rules over here ain't made to be broke. Yeah, law talk, everybody know what's going on. Caught a toe, fine linen, treated good, never throw it on. Oh my, for a dear life, I'm holding on. Got big brew culture for a snake, yeah, I'm on the lawn. Yeah, who am my only sponsor? I am a lamb, I am not a monster. I'm building where y'all come with a bunker. They know it's a rap like a Timmy Tonga. I do not pray to an air god. I know the mighty one walk amongst us. Stuck on my mind is how far it brung us. Are you a friend or an enemy? Yeah, who with the power, I'm mini me. I step to the plate, let me take the shots. What I don't got, I can work it out. The worst place to be is all in your feelings. Shaking the earth, got to know I'm tilling. This is a process to plant cities. Make it traumatic, then let them breathe. Shit. Them ducks ain't living them scripts, baby. Them boys ain't got no will, baby. Cross my arms, gon' script crazy. Anything for your hoe out the real, baby. Them boys ain't living them scripts, baby. Them boys ain't got no will, baby. Cross my arms, gon' script crazy. Anything for you up the real, baby. Them ducks ain't living them scripts, baby. Them boys ain't got no will, baby. Cross my arms, gon' script crazy. Anything for your hoe out the real, baby. Them boys ain't living them scripts, baby. Them boys ain't got no will, baby. Cross my arms, gon' script crazy. Anything for you up the real, baby.
See, this is what it is. See, right now we're not worth anything. We're not worth anything now. See, but any time this can change. He said no man knows the time when he's returning. But there's some signs that we was going to see the beginning of sorrows. See, before the darkest hour will appear, remember, a trumpet came from out. When you read about the 10 virgins, you heard a trumpet from out the dark. See, that was letting us know that that time had arrived. But guess what? It was a pathway set for those who had oil already. So if you don't have these words and don't know, and you're not able to hear, and that trumpet able to be familiar to you, or that face is, How you gonna know?